north from Perth, and what brought me here to speak with you is that I have the feeling that you have a message, and a message that I need to translate to Spanish, even when this video is in English. So I wanted to ask you about the connection between crystals.
Got your cozy little corner here.
Crystals and
It's boiling outside.
and spirit guides.
Yeah.
Should we start again? This is how it is. Yeah. This is how it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'll have to dock your pay. There's too much hilarity going on here.
This is just
I wish I could film him so people know
how fun.
where the voice come from.
Okay, so a spirit guide and a crystal is consciousness. So as a crystal, we're the same. There is no difference between a physical crystal and you in a human form. They're both the same systems. They're both the same crystalline system. So what I do with crystals, I do with a human body. So when it comes to a spirit guide, what I do with the crystals there is I'm able to convert a crystal and channel a spirit guide into that crystal, so it becomes a mobile phone. So you can go, okay, how do I connect? Because we're, belief system. This is Moonchild.
Is it what?
This is another female guide, an Apache warrioress, Moonchild. She comes through and she comes very strong. So my face will change when she comes through.
Sometimes that happened to me. Maybe it's also like a kind of spirit guide.
So a spirit guide is a human.
Yeah.
Okay. In order to be a spirit guide, they've had to have a human life. You can't be from another planetary system and be a spirit guide. That doesn't work. You need to have a human life. You can't have you have to have a human helping a human. If you've not experienced a single human life before, you can't be a spirit guide. You can be a guide, but not a spirit guide. A spirit guide is someone who's planned your life with you, who's made an oath and has devoted themselves to you to guide you through your life. So it's, as Amy's perspective is, it's not my life and her life, it's our life. She's experiencing physicality through me, therefore it's her life as well. So sometimes when I think I'm making a decision, as long as it's Amy's decision, that's okay. If it's my decision and she doesn't agree with it, it's her decision, she overrides.
That applies for everybody, or this is only your experience with your spirit guide?
So it's pretty much the same with everyone. It depends on the interaction and the relationship with a spirit guiding, between a spirit guide and incarnate. Because like for Amy is my twin flame. Majority of Lightworkers, their spirit guide is their twin flame because you need that bridge, very strong connection between the two. Although some are more incarnating. Amy and I have got many lifetimes together physically. This is the first time she's been a spirit guide, so this is all new for us.
Yeah.
It's the same as Metatrona said. For me, I've done this before, but this is completely new in this way. So we're navigating together. So we explore different things, and then we teach others how to do it. So, and I wouldn't see life any other way without Amy as my spirit guide. It was my idea to have her as a spirit guide because we got murdered in 1971 together. So we were alive and we met each other in 1969.
You were murdered? How?
We went to what we thought was a party, and it was a robbery. So.
Oh my gosh.
And the girl we were with.
United States now?
Yeah. We were in San Francisco. So the girl behind us screamed. One of the robbers got startled, shot, fired his gun. I jumped in front of it because it got killed, and then someone behind us shot Baby in the back. So we were both murdered on the same time. So then I dealt with the trauma. Amy wasn't ready. She begged me not to come back in, but I said we have to come back in. We planned our lives very quickly. And then I came straight in. I said, okay, in order for us to still be together, be my spirit guide. So that's how she's around.
Do you think that it's important for people to connect with their spirit guide, like consciously connect?
It's very there is Amy's got a spirit guide friend who their spirit guide and incarnate connection communicates through fish. Now the incarnate, is not aware of his spirit guide, but he knows when to change the channel on TV to see a picture of a fish.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be consciously aware, but to be consciously aware really creates that connection even stronger, because that way you don't feel alone. That way you don't feel like you're on your own. That way you don't feel like life is worthless, because you've got someone that's there to help you.
Yeah.
That's there helping you all the time. That's feeling what you're feeling. It's going through what you're going through. That facilitates what you're going through. As Etienne, which is Jocelyn, the spirit guide, was saying, you're the director. You've got all the staff around you that is waiting for you to give instructions. If you're not going to go to them and ask for help, how are they going to know what you need? So Amy, like as a spirit guide, they facilitate everything. They facilitate the connection. Like we focus on what we call guides for life. So you have one spirit guide for life, 2 archangels for life, and ascended master handle animal totem. Now, for those that are doing the big work, they have a massive collection. And those that want to, they have a small collection. And it just depends on personal choice, but that's the average for life. It's like I've got so many that I don't even know who they are anymore. It's like, okay, who was it this week? But there's always Amy. Amy's the one that's in the front line.
Mm-hmm.
She won't let anyone else come through.
Mm-hmm.
Even Lynn Shiona, who draws the spirit guides at the Mind Body Spirit Festival and stuff over East, and she was here at Conscious Living and Every Woman's Expo. She's like, every day, every time I get a drawing, is Amy going to let anyone else through today? No.
And so how can we use crystals to connect with our spirit guide?
It's a canvas. So we're used to having something that's like in our pocket or around our chest, because what I can do with crystals, Amy does with plants. Amy can attune a plant to an ascended master, or attune a plant to a spirit guide. So there's so many different ways of expression and creation. Expression is a method of when you're in communicating. So if you're painting artwork, you're in connection with that spirit guide then and there, because it's creativity. And so I just use crystals because I know crystals.
And how can we use your music? The music that you create.
So the music that I create, that Amy and I create.
Okay, you both create.
We both create.
Yes.
I will sit down and when I first created the song Amy's Divine Love, I had no awareness that I was channeling Amy at the same time.
Okay.
So I was sitting there just putting music, putting pieces into place and everything else like that. And at one stage she stood back to see what I would do with the song. So you have this like xylophone, harps and everything going on, and then it moves into Native American and with the Australian Didgeridoo and stuff. And that's when Amy stood back and I created it. So all of a sudden we got this female and like the different two worlds together. So what we are doing in that. So what we do there, once we create the music, is that I use the crystals, and the crystals I'm using is the purest form of light. So I'm using the light from a crystal because there's a story how 3,000 years ago the consciousness of man got changed, plants got changed, animal kingdom got changed, and the only thing that they couldn't change was the consciousness of the crystal and mineral kingdom. So I grabbed the light from the crystal because it's the purest form, untouched by man, in its natural form. And then once I create the field with that, Amy comes in and starts coding the light waves. So it's like subliminal messaging. So it's like, so we plant the seed so that you can become interested in the light of consciousness, which is what Eckhart Tolle talks about. And when I was at his seminar, I jumped for joy when he said light of consciousness because I knew what he was talking about. It's the first person I've ever heard say something or talk about it. So it's through the light spectrum. So the sound wave becomes a vessel for the light codes that Amy's embedded in the sound wave.
Do you think that we choose with our guides where to born in Earth according to our mission? What's your opinion about that?
Well, I got told off by one channel session, she'll love the body more. This is going back when I had my Blast Awakening in 2014, because we specifically chose this vessel for its bloodline lineage and the DNA that's in the body.
Oh, okay.
So because there was one lot of DNA that I didn't like, the soul wouldn't
You
come
guys
through.
will be here?
Yeah. Unedited, raw. It's great. So yeah, so that's how we do it. So you choose the vessel, you choose where you're going, and you plan your lesson.
So, to close, so why Australia? Then because of the DNA?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when we plan a lifetime, there's so many millions of variables that we need to take into consideration. Like this land that we're living on, this Lemurian energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that little bit of Atlantis around it, because the whole planet was Atlantis, the whole planet was Lemuria.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could say we're in the Aquarian age, so therefore this is Aquarius, the whole planetary system is Aquarius. But this land was never touched during the Atlantean period. It still retains the original Lemurian energy. And because this land has never seen war, like in Europe and everything else in America, it's not seen much apart from the colonists. Whatever we do here has the biggest impact on the planet. So all I have to do is go, I'm straight into the core of the earth. Whereas if we were in Europe or America or Germany or wherever there's been bombings and wars, all sorts of stuff, we have to go through layers and layers of death to get there. So they have to do the harder work, and we just go straight in. So we pick and choose where we're going to grow up. We pick and choose what experiences. We pick and choose what life is going to be like. Like I've had a life with my mum in the Maasai tribe. My mum was my sister. So there's all sorts of different things. So we pick and choose where we want to be. So they said to me, this lifetime is more of a holiday. I don't have to work. I've done heaps and heaps of work. So just relax and enjoy. But Amy loves to work, so I'm working.
If people want your advice or your help or I don't know, your teachings, how do they connect with you? How can they connect to Amy?
Okay, so we have an Amy North Facebook page now,
Okay.
which is a collaboration of everyone that works with Amy. So like Jocelyn, she'll channel Amy when it's some incredible information. Amy comes through so amazingly strong through Jocelyn. So Jocelyn shares Amy's wisdom. Janine draws a lot of Amy. So she's got the artist. And then of course I do Amy as well, like I'm Twinflames.
Yes.
So I do group sessions and one-to-one sessions using Reiki and everything else like that. So in those sessions, I will put them on a table and I'll bring Amy in and bring your spirit guide in, and your spirit guide facilitates what I need to do, and Amy and I do it. So because I don't, like, if I work on the same Akashic records, I'm not working on one file, I'm working on every single one at the same time. So if you're coming forward with, say, stress, we go through every single file at the same time and just clear it out in one go. So I can't sit there and go, oh, you got stress in this lifetime or this.
Can people contact you in distance, like if they live in another country or another city? Do you do online sessions or
Yeah,
Skype?
so I'm looking at doing I can do, yes, my online booking system allows me to do Zoom sessions.
Yeah.
As well as I'm looking at implementing group sessions so people can connect. I've been told and nagged that I need to do it so that people can just connect, because my energy goes through technology, so that it feels like they're in the same room with me. And there's a few things I want to experiment with, but yeah, I've got my number, I've got my websites, Stephen North and Starpoint9. So Starpoint9 is health and wellness, mental health.
Okay.
And Stephen North is everything else in between. There's all my thoughts, explorations, some people aren't prepared to hear topics of spirit guides, so that's the Stephen North page.
Yes.
And then the simple version, which is just strictly mental health, Starpoint9. So
how mental health? Like what do you do? Or what do you offer?
It's providing spaces for people who have depression, whatever they're going through, to just sit and hang out.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
all this information and.